present the second and final episode of Cider with Rosie by Laurie Lee, with Niamh Cusack as Mother and Tim McInerney as Laurie.
My family, the Lees, had come to the village in the last year of the First World War. To a cottage that stood in a half-acre of garden on a steep bank above a lake. A cottage with 3 floors and a cellar. Rooks in the chimneys, frogs in the cellar, mushrooms on the ceiling, and all for 3 and 6pence a week. The seasons of my childhood seemed so violent, so intense, so true to their nature. They possessed us so completely they seemed to change our nationality. And when I look back to the valley, it cannot be one place I see, but village summer or village winter, both separate. Winter was no more typical of our valley than summer. It was not even summer's opposite. It was merely that other place. And somehow one never remembered the journey towards it. One arrived, and winter was here.
Can't Carol barking then?
Carol barking, all this snow?
Of course in the snow.
There's a swan frozen in the lake.
Wow. Who'll be leader? Me!
Spud's be leader because he's eldest.
He can't sing.
I thought you was clearing off.
Yes, well, so I was.
That's settled then. Spadger's leader, and Lolo the box. Because the littlest gets the most when it comes to giving.
Where we go first then? Spadge?
Big house. If we catch the squire before his supper, he'll pay us to go away. Shepherds?
Yeah.
Well,
Shepherds watch their flocks by night, all singing on the ground. The angel of the Lord came down and glory shone around.
The crime occurred a few days before Christmas, soon after the First World War, on a night of deep snow and homecoming. The night was as cold as Cotswold cold can be, with wind coming straight from the Arctic. We children were in bed blowing on our knees, wives toasted their feet by the fires, while the men and youths were along at the pub, drinking hot pokered cider, cutting cards for crib, and watching their wet boots steam.
Drinks for the boys, and have one yourself, mate. Take the money from my wallet, and don't give me a shout till it's all run out.
Oh. Well, that's good of you, Master.
Oh, I'll have none of you call me Master. I know the lot of you. Always have done.
Vincent Green, isn't it?
That's right, yes!
So they packed you off to the colonies?
Yeah, so they did, boys. But now I'm back. So fill those glasses and drink my health.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
I want this to be a night that none of us will ever forget. So, what are you boys doing with yourselves these days?
Farming.
Whose land you working?
Squire Jones.
Oh, Squire Jones! Has he still got that old goat of his?
Yeah, still got his goat.
He's still alive. It was bloody ancient when I left, and that was 10 years ago. It was terrorising the village then.
Still does.
Well, damn me. You can travel the world. Make a fortune, lose it, make another one. You come home for Christmas, and Jones's goat still rutting its way through the village. How you boys put up with it, I just don't know. Yeah, I remember you, mate. We used to play together at Bull's Cross. Remember the hangman's cottage?
Yeah.
With the hook behind the door.
Still there.
What? Still standing, is it? Where he hung himself, I mean.
Bull's Cross was a ragged wilderness of wind-bent turves, and one through which I would still not care to walk after dark. It was a curious tundra, an island of nothingness set high above the crowded valleys. At this no-man's crossing, travellers would meet in suspicion or lie in wait and do violence on each other to rob or rape or murder. It was just such a place for a gibbet. The times were hungry, the hangman's days were busy. He was discreet and skillful. Night after night, he strolled up the hill to load the gallows with local felons. After a routine summons one storm-black evening, he was handed a shivering boy. Used to working in darkness, he dispatched the lad quickly, then paused to light his pipe. In the light, he saw the gallows clearly, and in the rain-washed face that stared crookedly down at him, he saw his own son. To the man who stood by him, he said nothing at all. He just walked back to his cottage, drove a hook into the wall, fixed up a noose, and hanged himself.
We used to swing from that hook.
Yeah. We used to kick the walls down. I remember there were apples growing through the windows. And the place, it reeked of old beds. I remember that.
When did you get here, Vincent?
I landed at Bristol this morning on the Auckland mutton boat. I hired a carriage and the damn thing broke down in the snow. I've walked from Painswick. Oh, mind you, that's nothing to me. Christ, with 2,000 acres to call your own, you get used to a little bit of walking, eh, boys?
You should get yourself a horse.
Just slog for Squire Jones for a miserable, 12 bob a week. You live on potatoes by doffing your cap. You don't have a sovereign to rub between you, and you see nothing but muck and each other. Maybe Stroud on a Saturday night. Would I be right, boys? Yeah. Too damn right. Yeah. I know I'm right. I can see it in your faces. Do you know what I've done? Do you know what I've seen? Do you know what I've made?
He spread a sheaf of pound notes along the bar and fished a fat gold watch from his pocket.
That's nothing. That represents 2,000 acres of prime New Zealand grazing land. Horses, carriages, meat every day, and I never say sir to no one. Now that's something, eh, boys?
The old men kept silent, but drank their free drinks and sniggered every so often. The youths in the shadows just gazed at the man and gazed at his spinning watch. And as he grew more drunk, they looked at each other, then stole away one by one.
We're shutting now. Time to go home.
Ooh, look at that. Last to leave.
Better take a lantern with you. It's dark out there.
I don't need a lantern. I've crossed the world to get here. Christ, I could manage the last mile without a light. I was born here, wasn't I? I'll go roving with you, fair mate. Roving on. Squire Jones's bloody gun.
When he reached the stone cross, the young men were waiting, a bunched group, heads down in the wind.
Well, Vincent.
They beat him and kicked him for the sake of themselves. Then they ripped off his coat, emptied his pockets, and threw him over a wall. He didn't stir again from the place where he lay.
Come on!
In the morning he was found, frozen to death. The huge stone manor house with its ivied walls was always a mystery to us. What were those gables, those rooms and attics, those narrow windows veiled by cedar trees?
Knock on the knocker, ring on the bell. Give us a penny for singing so well. Yes?
Go on, Spadge, you say it.
Come on, Spadge.
Tell Squire it's the church choir come carol barking.
Wait there.
Let's give 'em Merry Gentlemen.
Come on, Spadge, you start.
God rest
Ye merry gentlemen.
As we sang, we craned our necks, gaping into the lamp-lit hall which we had never entered, until suddenly, on the stairs, we saw the old squire himself standing and listening, with his head on one side.
Crikey, that's a fortune. Come on, run!
In the long, hot summer of 1921, a serious drought hit the country. Springs dried up, the wells filled with frogs, and the usually sweet water from our scullery pump turned brown and tasted of nails. Although this drought was a relief to my family, it was a scourge to the rest of the village. For weeks the sky hung hot and blue, trees shriveled, crops burned in the fields, and the old folk said the sun had slipped in its course and that we should all of us very soon die. There were prayers for rain, but my family didn't go, because it was rain we feared most of all. Our predicament was such that we lived at nature's mercy, for the cottage stood directly in the path of the floods.
Wake up, get up or we'll all be drowned. It's coming in the cabbage. Quickly. Oh, hurry up. Oh, heaven and hell. Drains blocked. Get the brooms.
God's full of water.
Damn it, and curse.
Can't see the drain.
It's gonna fill the kitchen.
Hand me a broom.
Give him a broom.
Here.
There's ruin. The trees is roaring.
More broom.
Jesus have mercy on us.
Clouds are bursting. Thunder's crashing.
Swing harder, boys. Hear that rain. Saints above, it's over the door.
What does the man
Put the newspapers down.
Jack, get a broom.
Here.
Here, I found the drain. Now sweep the gutter back. Done it! The drain's unblocked.
Gonna drown.
Tis all over the floor. Don't wait, Ma. She'll have a fit.
Like cream custard spread all over
here? It's all slimy.
Where's Ma?
Asleep.
Better wake her.
No, Ta, not me. Seen the floor.
Oh my
Mother's
God!
still asleep.
Look at the state of this floor. She'll throw a fit when she sees this. Oh, and look at the fire. Richard Cole's all slack. It's nearly out.
Put some oil on. Whoa! Shut up, Jack. You want to make Ma? Too late.
Oh, Jesus! Jesus, have mercy on us. Look at the state of this floor.
Isn't too bad.
Did nobody think to clean it up? Marge? Doff?
Golly, see the time?
I gotta go.
Oh, me too.
I can't think what I've done to be so troubled and tried.
Bye. Ta-ta, Ma.
Ta, boys. Be good. Oh, just when I've got the house straight. Neither saints nor angels would keep their patience if they had half as much to put up with. Well, thank you. And you?
The parochial church tea and annual entertainment was the village's winter treat. It took place in the schoolroom round about 12th night and cost us £1 to go. The tea was an orgy of communal gluttony in which everyone took pains to eat more than his money's worth and the helpers ate more than the customers. The entertainment which followed, home-produced and by lamplight, provided us with sufficient catchphrases for a year.
The parochial church tea is with us once again, I suggest, and entertainment. Another year comes around. When I see you all gathered here once more, when I think, and here you all are. When I see you here, as I'm sure you all are, once again, it comes to me. Friends, how time...
Thank you, Squire Jones, for your warm words of welcome. Now, what's the smallest room in the world? A manor. And the largest, may I ask? Oh, you know it. Well, for our first item, ladies and gentlemen, we have an instrumental duet by Miss Brown on the piano and young Laurie Lee.
Music's crooked.
Then straighten it. Pick it up. Hurry up.
Give me an A. That's a B.
Love to do.
Miss Brown and young... Now, Mr... Major Doveton, who has recently returned from the Punjab, will play a tune on his Indian banjo.
Bugger.
What did he say? What he said before, only in Urdu.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Thank you, Major. It is now my great pleasure to introduce our guest star all the way from Sheepscombe. I am most pleased and delighted to welcome the Baroness von Hodenberg.
Thank you, Vicar. I am going to sing to you a little ditty I conducted myself. Both words and music, I may say, is mine, and they refer to these pleasant valleys.
Summer. June, with the whole world unlocked and seething. One scarcely knew what had happened or remembered any other time. There had never been rain or frost or cloud. It had always been like this. The heat from the ground climbed up one's legs and smote one under the chin. The garden, dizzy with the scent of bees, burned all over with white-hot flowers, each one so blinding an incandescence that it hurt one's eyes to look at them. These were the days so vivid in my childhood, memories of burgeoning life, yet ones that heralded the death of our family, beginning with the courting of the girls.
Now, come along, Morris. Don't fall behind.
He's all right, Ma.
Best foot forward. Mind how you go.
I'm all right, Mrs. Lee.
Oh, just look at those pretty, what do you call them? Those Morris, aren't they a pretty picture, my dear?
Yes, Mrs. Lee.
Oh, isn't it a scrumptious day? Boys, isn't it a scrumptious day?
I remember one sweltering Sunday afternoon, Mother said it would be nice to go out. We would walk a short mile to find a nice green spot and boil a kettle under the trees. It sounded simple enough, but we knew better, for Mother's picnics were planned on a tribal scale.
How's that jelly, Morris?
Melting, Mrs. Lee.
Oh, yes, dear, that's nice. Mind that bramble, Tony.
Yes, Ma. Splashing his suit, Ma.
What's that, dear?
My trousers.
I got it. Ma, he spilt the milk.
Here we are. This'll do. Put the jelly in the shade. Marge, lay the cloth there, look, under the tree. Boys, gather sticks and light a fire for the kettle. Quickly now. Morris, Sit there, dear, and relax. You've been working all week.
Leave him be, Ma.
Unpack the basket, Phyllis. There's a good girl. On my Sundays off, Morris, I used to go to Aldershot to visit my friend Amy Frost. Amy Hawkins as was, from Churchtown, you know, before she got married, that is. Well, this particular Sunday, I dressed as usual, and I do think I looked a picture. Careful, Dorothy, there's milk in there.
All right.
With my smart lace-up boots, Morris, striped blouse and choker, new bonnet and crochet work gloves. I got into Aldershot far too early, so I just walked about a bit. We'd had rain in the night, and the streets were shining. And I was standing quite alone on the pavement, when suddenly, round the corner, without warning, marched a full-dress regiment of soldiers. Morris, would you believe it? All those men and just me. I stood bolt still. I didn't know where to look. The officer in front, he had beautiful whiskers, raised his sword and cried out, "Eyes right!" Then would you believe, the drums started rolling and the bagpipes started to play, and those wonderful lads, as they went swinging by, snapped to attention and looked straight in my eyes. I stood all alone in my Sunday dress. Quite took my breath away. Make the tea, Marge.
Kettle hasn't boiled yet.
Oh, it's warm enough. All right, Morris.
Yes, Mrs. Lee.
Ma, there's cake crumbs in the cucumber.
That'll make it all the sweeter now, won't it? We'll have to give young Morris some of that cucumber, eh, boys? So he can eat it and think of Phyllis while he's chewing. Oh, lol, keep your fingers out of the milk.
Because for the wasps, Ma.
Well, that's why we have a lid, Tony.
Jack left the lid off.
Never did.
Liar.
Butter's fried on the bread.
There, try the paste.
Milk's turned sour.
Oh, Lord, so it has.
That's goodbye to the tea.
What are those jellies up to? Set yet, Morris?
No, Mrs. Lee.
Then pour 'em in the teacups and drink up. Morris, orange or lime?
Oh, no thanks, Mrs. Lee.
Oh, come along.
I've just had my dinner, Ta.
Phyllis, offer him a macaroon. Macaroon, Morris?
You don't want nothing.
I'll have a macaroon.
Have a lot. Oh, what a picture. What a view. Green is green. Red is red. You know, it was a day such as this that the Cripstow blacksmith proposed to the toffee maker. Did I ever tell you this story, Morris?
No, Mrs. Lee, I don't believe you did.
Well, there was this lovelorn blacksmith, see, in the village of Cripstow. For years he'd loved a local spinster. She was poorer than poor and made her pennies by selling toffee. She too was lonely and desperate for a husband, but too modest and proud to look for one. As the years passed by, she grew more desperate, as did the blacksmith. Then one day, the spinster stole into the church and threw herself down on her knees.
Here, Phyllis, do we have to stay here with your mother all blinking afternoon?
Please be mindful
Only
of me
till
and
we've
send me a
eaten,
man
Morris.
to
We
marry.
can go for a walk later.
No.
You'll see.
Purely
He
by
only
chance,
sees you
Morris,
twice
the
a week,
blacksmith was up in
and
the
then almost
belfry.
never alone.
Every breathless word of the spinster's plea rose clearly to where he was.
When the girls got engaged, heavy blushes followed as the rings were shown to the family.
It's a cluster of brilliance. Cost more than £2.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Where'd you get it? Gloucester Market.
Now that things were official, there was more sitting in the dark and a visible increase in tensions. The girls were now grown and wished to be gone. They were in love and had found their men. Impatience nagged at them all, until in one case it suddenly exploded. It was evening. I was drawing at the kitchen table. One of the girls was late.
We're on, Ma.
Phyllis arrived with her boy, which seemed unusual, as it wasn't his calling night.
Well, take your coat off. Sit down.
No, thank you.
Don't just stand there stiff as stiff can be.
I'm all right, Mrs. Lee, I assure you.
Ma, we've been thinking.
I always went still at the sound of trouble.
Yes, dear.
'Tis time we got wed. I want to leave home.
Don't talk so daft.
I didn't turn round or look. I worked at my drawing. Each line and detail became inscribed with the growing argument. A pencilled leaf, the crook of a branch, each carried a clinging phrase.
I aren't talking daft.
Yes, you are.
You're the one who's daft.
None of you know what I feel.
Yes, we do.
It's cruel to hear you talk like that.
Like what?
I never had a proper chance.
It's no good, Ma.
Never.
We've made up our minds.
She's just about had enough, Mrs. Lee. It's time she was out of it all.
Don't you come here talking to me like that, young man.
My pencil paused. What did they mean?
Well, that's what we think anyway.
The other girls were
You
indignant.
coming like this?
What about him? He just walks in. Who does he think he is? What about you if it comes to that?
Mother,
What
sad
about
and
us?
lost,
We're listening.
the argument rose and fell.
No, we don't.
You do. We never.
Well, come on, girl. I've had enough.
You dare step outside that door?
Come on, Phyllis.
You dare!
I was listening with every nerve and muscle of my back. Nothing happened. Then suddenly,
Come on, Phyllis.
Mother and two sisters were at the young man's throat, bouncing him against the wall. The other girl was trying to pull them away.
He can't breathe.
We boys sprang at the young man too, but by the time we reached him, the battle was over.
Christ. Jesus Christ.
He'd tried to carry off our willing sister, and we'd all near killed him.
Oh, Morris, dear boy, forgive me. Oh, forgive me, Morris.
Mother put her arms round the young man's neck and nearly strangled him afresh with affection.
Oh, Lord, she prayed, please be mindful of me and send me a man to marry. Now, purely by chance, Morris, the blacksmith was up in the belfry. Every breathless word of the spinster's plea rose clearly to where he was. When he heard her praying, please send me a man, he nearly fell off the roof. But he kept his head, tuned his voice to Jehovah's, and boomed, will a blacksmith do? Earns a man better than earn, dear Lord, she cried, at which the blacksmith ran home, changed into his best, and caught the spinster on her way from the church. He proposed, and they married, and lived ever contented, and used his forge for boiling her toffee. Morris, you're not eating.
No, give me some tart then.
Give me some tart. Oh, give me your heart to keep. I guard it well, my pretty Nell, as a shepherd does his sheep.
Ma.
What is it, boys?
Can we go play?
Oh, if you must. Not too far now.
So quiet was Jo always, so timorous and yet eager to please, that she was the one I chose first. There were others, of course, louder and more bouncingly helpful, but it was Jo's cool face, tidy brush-back hair, thin body, and speechless grace which provided the secretive prettiness I needed.
Where are you going then, Jo? Nowhere special. Oh, let's go down the bank then, shall we? Down the bank, like before. How about it, Jo?
Close under the yews, in the heavy green evening, we sat ourselves solemnly down. The old red trees threw arches above us, making tunnels out of rusty darkness.
What should we do then, Jo? What do you say, Jo? I don't mind. Come on, you tell. No, you.
The pronouncement had always to come from me. She waited to hear me say it. She waited, head still, staring straight before her, tugging gently at a root of weed.
Come on, Mrs. Jenkins, what seems to be the trouble?
Without a blink or a word, Jo lay down on the grass and gazed up at the red-berried yews, stretching herself subtly on her green-crushed bed, and scratched her calf, and waited. Silent as she lay, my hands moved as silently over her. Even the birds stopped singing. Time passed, and the cool limbs never moved. she just turned a grass ring round her fingers and stared blindly away from my eyes.
Well, that'll be all, Mrs. Jenkins. I'll be back again tomorrow.
I rose from my knees, mounted an invisible horse and cantered away to supper. Joe dressed quietly and dawdled home, alone among the separate trees. A year or so later occurred the Brithwood rape, if it could be said to have occurred. By now I was one of the greenhorned gang who went bellowing round the lanes, scuffling, fighting, aimless and dangerous. There were about half a dozen of us. Walt Kerry, Bill Shepherd, Sixpence the Tanner, Boney and Clergy Green.
Betty Glee!
What? She stink worse than you, Walt.
Bloody don't.
Bloody do.
Rosie Burdock do.
She bloody done.
Bloody do. Lowell told me.
I bloody didn't.
Bloody did.
Bloody didn't.
Did.
Bloody didn't, I said.
Anyhow, Boney's been with Lizzie Berkeley.
Bloody aunt. Bone been with Lizzie Berkeley. I never touched her.
She daft in the head.
Bloody conquered she be.
Yeah. She do.
Yeah.
She'd be all right.
Yeah. She walks in Brithwood, writing on the tree trunks. Jesus loves me now.
I seen her Sunday. She was at it then.
She's always at it. How about it?
Yeah. 'Tis like this, see? Bloomin' well simple. After church, Sunday morning, we nits up to the wood. And when she come back from the chapel, we got her.
She'd honour.
She's too batty.
She'd think I was one of the apostles.
You all on then? What do you say? How about it? It'll half be a stunt. You watch.
Sunday then? Sunday.
For the rest of the week we avoided each other, but we lived with our scruffy plan. We thought of little else but our coming encounter, of Mad Lizzie and her stumpy, accessible body, which we should all of us somehow know. On Sunday morning we trooped from church, signalled to each other with our eyebrows, nodded, winked and jerked our heads, and made our separate ways to the woods. When we gathered at last at the point of ambush, the bounce had somehow gone out of us.
She ain't coming. She's seen Sixpence first.
She's seen him and gone screaming home.
It was lucky then. I'd have made her holler. We'd have run her up a tree.
Nah, sod it. Let's push off. Come on.
At that moment we saw her, walking dumpily up the path, a short, plump girl about 16 with large, bottle blue eyes, solemn in her silly straw hat. What happened next was clumsy, quick and meaningless. Sixpence and Boney went loping down the bank and barred her way.
What are they doing?
Just staring at each other.
After a gawky pause, Boney shuffled forward and laid his hand on her shoulder. She hit him twice with her bag of crayons. Then she turned, fell down, got up, looked around, and trotted away through the trees. Boney was raped himself soon after, and married his attacker, a rich farm widow who worked him to death in her bed and barnyard. Bill Shepherd met a girl who trapped him neatly by stealing his post office savings book. Walt went to sea and won prizes for cooking, then married into the fish frying business. They all became members of the parish church council.
'Cause you know, Morris, when I was in service, we'd be called on to prepare a hamper twice, perhaps 3 times a month in summer.
Did they serve the jelly in mugs?
Morris, there'd be tongue and salmon in season. Ham so tender it fell off the bone. Individual sandwiches, no bigger than a calling card. And that much champagne, you'd have sworn it was a summer shower.
The day Rosie Burdock decided to take me in hand was a motionless day of summer.
Where are you going? Farm, making. Come on then, beat ya. I'll get you, lot.
I stumbled on Rosie behind a haycock, where a wagon stood half-loaded, festooned, with untrimmed grass hung like curtains all around it. And she grinned up at me with the sly, glittering eyes of her mother.
Get out of it, go on.
I got something to show ya.
You push off.
You thirsty?
I ain't, sir.
You be. Come on.
Come on, underneath. Get over.
What's the matter? Scared?
I ain't scared. What is it?
It's cider. You ain't to drink it, though. Not much of it, at any rate.
Huge and squat, the jar lay on the grass like an unexploded bomb. I held the jar to my mouth and rolled my eyes sideways like a beast at a waterhole.
Go on, drink.
Never to be forgotten, that first long secret drink of golden fire, juice of those valleys and of that time. Wine of wild orchards, of russet summer, of plump red apples and Rosie's burning cheeks. Never to be forgotten, or ever tasted again.
Rosie!
She crawled towards me, quick and superbly assured. Then Rosie pulled me down from my tottering perch, down into her wide green smile and into the deep subaqueous grass. Skin drums beat in my head. Rosie was close up, salty, an invisible touch, too near to be seen or measured. And it seemed that the wagon under which we lay went floating away like a barge, out over the valley where we rocked unseen, swinging on motionless tides. Then she took her boots off and stuffed them with flowers. She did the same with mine.
I like you better than your Jack.
Do you?
Oh, well.
Do you?
Or Spad Jobkins.
Do you?
Or the curate.
Hellfire!
I do.
Tell you something else.
What?
You know Betty Gleed?
Whatever.
You've even prettier than she.
I know.
It's late.
Doesn't matter.
I ain't fussed.
It's alright.
We kissed, only once, so dry and shy. It was like 2 leaves colliding in air.
Could you stopped? So's the mower.
Don't matter.
Don't answer.
Night came at last, and we crawled out from the wagon and stumbled together towards home. The cider beat gongs in my head. I felt like a giant.
See them nettles? See? Done it.
The shifting lane lassoed my feet and tried to trip me up.
Found his face.
Done it.
And the lake, as we passed it, rose hissing with waves and tried to drown us among its cannibal fish.
See the otters? I know where the otters are. I dived in and seen that pike. Big pike, you. Damn big pike! Big as Jones's goat. I got him by the tail. Spadge never got him by the tail. Walt never got him by the tail, did he? Rosie? Rosie, where have you got to? Rosie! Damn, Rosie, these trees is moving now. Whoa! See the bush there? Ha! See the stars! Rosie!
Here I lost Rosie for good. I found myself wandering home alone, wet through, and possessed by miracles.
Oi!
Come on, you.
Where in hell have you been?
Drinking.
It's soaking wet.
Cider.
You've been with that Rosie.
Come on, let's get you in. What's your mother going to say to you?
He was so proud of me then, your father. I could make him laugh. Nance, you're a killer, he'd say. He used to sit on the doorstep quite helpless with giggles at the stories I told him. He admired me too. He admired my looks.
Come on, Phil. We can. She's miles away. Best leave her to her own thoughts, eh?
Well...
Come on.
He really loved me then, you know. He used to say, "Come on, Nance, take out your pins. Let your hair down. Let's see it shine." He loved my hair. It had gold lights in it then, and it hung right down my back. So I'd sit in the window and shake it over my shoulders. And he'd twist it and arrange it so that it caught the sun. And he'd just sit and gaze and gaze.
The 3 or 4 years my mother spent with our father, she fed on for the rest of her life.
He'd clear all his books away. "Come on, Nance," he'd say. "I've had enough of them. Come and sing us a song." We'd go to the piano, and I'd sit on his lap. And he'd play with his arms around me. And I'd sing Killarney and Only a Rose. They were his favourites then. Angels fold their wings and rest in that Eden of the West.
She'd smile and look down the weed-choked path as though she saw him coming back. But he was gone for good. The girls were to marry, and one by one they left home. Now she was alone, and her idiosyncrasies spread. Her plant pots and newspapers, muddles and scrapbooks extended further throughout the house. She read more now, and never went to bed, merely slept upright in her chair. Her days and nights were no longer divided nor harassed by children. She would sleep for an hour, rise, scrub the floor, or go wooding in the middle of the night. Like Granny Trill, she began to ignore all time, and do what she would when she wished. I remember coming home in the middle of the war, arriving at about 2 in the morning.
Son, didn't know you were coming.
I'm very tired. I must go to bed.
You run along. I'll get you some dinner.
Oh, wait till morning, Mother. It's 2:00. I went to bed and fell into an exhausted sleep.
I got your supper, son. Eat it up. Can't let it go to waste.
Aching with sleep, I screwed my eyes open.
Veg soup, a big stew, and a pudding. All right?
Huh? She'd spent half the night preparing it.
Good night, son.
Then suddenly, our absent father died, cranking his car in a Morden suburb. And with his death, which was also the death of hope, our mother gave up her life. Their long separation had come to an end, and it was the coldness of that which killed her. She had raised 2 families, faithfully and alone, had waited 35 years for his praise. And through all that time she had clung to one fantasy, that aged and broken, and at last in need, he might one day return to her. His death killed that promise, and also ended her reason. She never mentioned him again, but spoke to shades, saw visions, and then she died. Soon the village would break, dissolve and scatter, become no more than a place for pensioners. It had a few years left, the last of its 1,000, and they passed almost without our knowing. Yet right to the end, like the false strength that precedes death, the old life seemed as lusty as ever. As for me, I began to sit on my bed, to stare out at the nibbling squirrels, and to make up poems. And the poems I made, which I never remembered, were the first and last of that time.
In episode 2 of Laurie Lee's Cider with Rosie, the older Laurie was played by Tim McInerney, Mother by Niamh Cusack, and young Lol by Sunny Leeworthy. Phyllis was played by Jennifer Compton, Harold by Paul Currier, Marge by Lisa Kay, Doth by Bryony Ford, Jack by Daniel Clifford, and Tony by Jed Blacklock. Vincent was played by David Goodland, Major Doveton by Bill Wallace, the Vicar by Paul Dodgson, the Baroness von Hodenberg by June Barry, and Morris by Chris Grimes. Rosie was played by Emily Parrish, Jo by Megan Mellish, Lizzie Berkeley by Laura Beckett, Walt Kerry by Luke Glastonbury Cole, Sixpence by Buster Reese, Boney by Alex Smith, and The Maid by Leanne French. The extras were played by the villagers of Slad and Rodborough. Music was arranged and performed by Paul Burgess. Technical presentation was by Mike Burgess and Ilse Laderman. Laurie Lee's Cider with Rosie was dramatised by Nick Dark and was directed on location in Gloucestershire by Viv Beebe and Jeremy Howe for BBC Bristol.